Well, we're kind of late to the show on this one, but we're building sled deck. Pulling my Minty Super Duty. Well, got a new welder today. This thing's a real rig. Awesome portable case, little stick. We're gonna give her a go. And are you really living it up if you don't have a spare motor in your driveway? But not that the neighbors already think I'm not crazy enough. No. See how much they like me after this. So let's get started. They're actually pretty long on this little girl. Got her used from a buddy at my work. And if you think I'm gonna grind the paint off and all the old welds, you thought wrong. That's why I bought a stick welder. And do you think I know what I'm doing? No. So I just bought the cheapest box, 7018 I could find, and we're gonna give her all the way with all the heat and hope it holds together. And we're gonna add some more bracing, and we gotta do some more fiddle farting around for in here, but we'll I'll get her tacked together and then we'll try to lay a good bead. Because I'm really dumb, I got huge 5/32, 7018. I did not know what it was. This was the stuff I stole from, well, not stole, but had given to me with the welder. It's a lot thinner, a lot smaller. So I'll have to get some of this tomorrow. Do some research tonight, but we're gonna try to tack it up with this little rod I got. I think I got 2 of them, so let's try this. A little bit of trouble with the breaker stripping. I'm starting to get some beads going. Hopefully I can keep it, do some research maybe tonight, buy some better rod that can run on my 110. But this is dual voltage, but this thing's burning pretty good. Works pretty good and I like it. So far, we'll see how she does. Hopefully I can weld the rest of this and don't have to drag the MIG out here. Be like a typical MIG monkey, but I like doing this. It's more fun, more learning experience to stick. Got her welded in, or tacked up, I guess. Burnt her in there. She's a little bit off on the bottom, and she's out by a 1/8 of an inch from side to side at the back here, but I'm not too worried about it. It's only 1/8 of an inch, and I'm sick and tired of messing with it. So 1/8 of an inch isn't that bad side to side. It's still square, so that's all that matters to me. But we're running out of rod, so I'll have to get some rod tomorrow and get back to burning this this deck in, and then add some pieces, and we can slap my plywood back on. Here we go, Apprentice Auto, best store in all the world. Okay, so we got the proper rod, and I'm gonna do some grinding up of some the old welds, and then just so it sits flatter, make sure it's all measured good, and burn in the rest of this top. And then we're gonna add more bracing in right between there where the wheel well is, and then we got to add ramp mounts, and then we'll have to put it in the truck, do measuring for the bolt holes that are in my bed, and also weld on little D-rings kind of things for turnbuckles. So there's a lot of messing around with a guy that does not have a sweet clue what he's doing, and I'm starting to learn where the heat's got to be and stuff. None of these are pretty, but I'm gonna persevere because I want to learn how to do this, and I'm stubborn enough to just not walk down the stairs and grab my MIG and just keep fighting with this. So we're gonna give this a go until I either can't do it anymore or I just eventually learn how to do it. So we're just gonna keep it a go. And I was starting to get some beads, but I gave up, started to become a monkey again, because for something that's gonna be holding as much weight as 2 quads on the box of my truck, I don't want to be trusting booger welds like that, bubble gum. So I'll probably go over those with my MIG again, just because I know that thing puts out pretty good, even though it's flux. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep giving her here, and then we just gotta put in some bracing. We're gonna have to do something here, because we need bracing from here to here somewhere. So I'll probably just run another beam across here, put a bunch of strength right here, so I can brace here, do the same thing up there, and then run a brace in between here, even though that's rotted to all hell. We'll figure something out. Just give you guys a reason why I'm doing all this work. This is my old ramp, which was not strong enough for quads and barely snowmobiles. It was extremely sketchy. It would bend a bunch. So I picked this ramp up. It's aluminum, it's a lot bigger and it's wider. So that's why I'm widening the deck. So I'm gonna take the steel, because I got like a pile of this now, because I got 2 sections, and there's like a bunch in there, so I'm just gonna cut out what I need. And I'll probably end up cutting it apart just so it's in more manageable chunks, but we'll see. So I got these braces cut, and now so man, I don't know about anyone else, but I always work in cluster. Disaster. Okay. We'll screw this up. I probably screwed this up, guys. No, okay. Tripped the breaker. Got these gussets all welded in now. Nice and strong. That should really, oh yeah, that really strengthened that up. So that should be good there now. Now I just gotta try to brace these in. Here and here will line up again, and up there, but in the middle they won't. And then once we get that done, we'll see how good it is. We might not put any more bracing. So I do have 3/4 inch plywood on top, just because I really want to get this thing showed up. We welded in the gussets, and it fits in the truck box. We got the feet on there. They're crooked, but they'll be good enough. We'll just hit them with the swing press and fix that. And I ran out of MIG wire, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with that thing, so I just gave up for tonight. Okay, it's a new day, and we're gonna get crack-lacking on this again. It's hotter than heck out, but we just gotta finish burning in all these supports. Add 2 more, and then put in the eyelets for the turnbuckles and the ramp holders, and then paint it up when we're done. So shouldn't take too long, but we'll get on in the project purgatory. But we're gonna try to get her mostly done today. So we're gonna get to it. I don't know where my tripod is, so I'm just gonna have to show you snippets of me along the way getting her done. So just be a lot of cutting and welding. So yeah, we're gonna get to giving her for a while here now. We got everything burnt in as good as it's gonna get. It's kind of a pain because I keep tripping the breaker, so I can't run it as hot as I really want to. So I'm just trying to do as best I can. Don't mind the boogers from where I was trying to stick weld it. Gave up on that situation right now, but tried getting in there, but I trimmed all these down so they're better. I just got to finish burning in this one when I drop it back down. But so I cut these pieces here, 2 feet lengths, because that should be good enough. And it's gonna go like this. Like this. Hold up. Gonna go like that, and that's what's gonna hold my. That's hard to get there. That's what's gonna hold the ramps in place. I'm gonna put one there, and then one down there on both sides. And then I gotta just cut the other one that's right here. This piece of angle. This is from the original ramp. Do the same thing underneath, and then I'll be able to hold both sections of this ramp in place. There's another section for it. And then after that, I just gotta put in 2 more gussets there, burn that in once that's all done, and put in the pieces for the turnbuckles, the little eyelets on the sides, and then give her a wire wheel, I do believe, and give her a bit of paint. Progress. There we go. You guys can see how this works. That ramp slides out, and then you can see that angle iron in there right here, right there, up there. It's gonna work pretty good. Now I just gotta take the other one, cut it into 4 sections, do the exact same thing for the next piece, and we're starting to see the finish line, and I'm getting pretty excited. So I am sick and tired of working on this, I'll tell you that much for free. But I think it should work pretty good. Fits nice. Once I get it all put together, I'll have to build pieces here that are stronger. That's minor. So yeah, I just got to do that. I'll get after that here now. Do that all the next section done, and then put those braces in, like I said, and pilots, and then give her a good and she'll be perfect. You know, $20 in rock guard, and she'll look good from far, but far from good, and that's what I'm going for. So let's get after it. There we go. Both pieces are in there. As you can see, I just cut that one big piece in half, so it's 4 feet, because that ramp there on the bottom is actually a 4 feet piece for the top. It's a 6, and it works pretty good. I think that's gonna be awesome, this way that is. So yeah, we'll get back to you when I get those in and the rest done, and then I think she'll be ready for a good old quick wire wheel, and we'll have at her with a couple wobbly pops to go with that paint job perhaps. So I'll give her a quick once over. Not great at all. Do not look close to the wire wheel. There's still a bunch of slag everywhere. Like, I do not care. This metal is not all that great, so some of these welds just suck. The sled deck's been beating around the bush for probably 10-15 years already. It should be good enough to hold up to what we need to do with it. But as of right now, it's done other than lights, but I'm not going to worry about that for now, because that really does matter until this winter, and I really don't care. But yeah, some of the welds aren't that great, so don't look at them. But I also, you know, was running on limited supplies, limited funds, so if a flapper disc was worn out, well, I kept using it, so that's just what I had to do. You know, because fuel is so expensive these days. Got to save pennies where you can. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna flop this down on the tarp, and then we'll start rocker guarding it. I'll show you what I got here. Don't mind the mess. Duplicolor bed armor. I think I've used it before. I think it's gonna work pretty good. I might shoot a bit of clear over it after I'm done. I got 2 cans. Hopefully that's enough to do it all. So we're gonna get to painting here. Knowing that the final stages of a project or build, when you finally get to shoot some paint on it. Oh man, I'm excited for this. This has been like probably over a month. I've only worked on it when I can, and it's just been in the road. I got bigger and better things that need to get done. You guys will be seeing this on the channel, but yeah, let's see what this is gonna look like. Oh yeah, cover all that rust up. Rust be gone, 6,000. I like this stuff. This is a restoration in a can for 80s pickup. Oh yeah. Put it kind of thick on here, so we only have to do like 1-2 coats, hopefully. It's all gonna rust off anyways and get scratched up with me using them hard on gear these days. But I'm gonna continue to do this. Man, it's starting to look good already. Well, shoot back. You guys gonna all finished up. Piled 2 cans on her, and we need about 2 or 3 more probably, because I didn't even get the center done, but I got all the way around the front. I don't know if you guys can notice in the video compared to the other ones, but it's just like a more of a matty finish, and it dries pretty quick. It's always drying. It's looking pretty good, so I figured 2-3 more cans. I'll do 1 more coat all the way around, and then just spray the inside, you know, with spray and get her done just so it's close enough. And screw my deck boards back down, and then we'll jam her in the old Ford. Yeah, I'm putting this old rusted decrepit thing in that thing, but gotta do what you gotta do, you know. I get the joy of taking stuff that other people would just consider junk and putting it back into service and getting it working. Like, this thing probably would have just went to the scrap yard, but I got my hands onto it. And the same thing with this. This is going in my old 94 Ford F-150. I got this for a case of beer. The truck was going to the scrap yard, and I got a phone call from my buddy Peg, and I was like, hey, bring me a case of beer and she's yours. And I said, done. Sounds good. That thing only has 103,000 on it, and I'm going to be putting an old piece of equipment back on the road again, back into service, and I'm going to be using it again. That's what I just love. I love old chainsaws, old sleds, trucks, everything from back in the day, and I love just fixing it, putting it back into service, and getting it used again, because it's a shame to see how wasteful this society is and how wasteful people are. And I hope that I could spread a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of will to actually do something, because if I can do it, anybody can do it, because half the time I don't even know what I'm doing. You just got to get out there and figure it out as you go. Like, you're gonna work on your truck, rip it apart, and then when you can't figure out how shit works or how it needs to get put back together, then go to the Google, stuff like that, or go to the Google before you start projects so you know what you're getting into. But don't be afraid to get into it and get dirty. That's just what's gonna make yourself either a better welder, better mechanic, or whatever. Whether it's hunting, fishing, whatever it is, whatever your hobby is, just dive into the deep end and then figure it out from there. I know it sounds stupid to say dive into the deep end, but that's how I learned how to do lots of things, and then you become a jack of all. But it's always good to be a master of one, remember that. But don't be scared to try something new and get old gear back in the service, because I love that. I got a new truck, but my old trucks and my old gear, old chainsaws, all that brings way more joy to me than a new truck ever will. Okay, so that's all finished painted, drying. But socket says we're gonna try to figure this out to build a better bracket on the back of the deck. So we're gonna use the ramps. Once that's done, this is dry, I can screw the decking back down, put it in my truck, drill the new holes for my truck, and then test the ramps out. So we're in the home stretch. So I'll probably get back to you once I figure out what I'm doing with the ramp. Okay. I've missed some spots, but don't care. The rocker guard paint was too expensive, so I just bought some rust guard stuff. And so now that we got this all painted up, we're just gonna continue to finish it up. And it's dry already, this rust guard paint I bought. So we're gonna go and slap the plywood on. The Boxer truck doesn't have a severe amount of random ratchet straps, axes, twigs and bark and everything in it. Bungee cords. You cannot identify as a man. I'm going to attempt to try to put it in my truck by myself. So I'm going to try to see if I can. See the struggle bus that this is going to be. Sorry for the bad angles. I'm working with no tripod. So we'll see how this works. This thing is heavy. That's a no panel. No panel. Okay. Now. Okay. Get up here before it kills me. Okay. Not that far. With your back and not your knees. Okay. Now I gotta get up and over wheel wells without kicking it out of the truck. Okay, that's one leg up. There we go. Almost. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Perfect. Man. This is all the struggle. All of it. 3 minutes of struggle. But I did it. Yeah, it looks pretty good now. Don't mind all the oil. That's just my rust prevention program. Don't grab a measuring tape. I already had holes in the box, and I just took a gander at it, you know, looked at it, and eyeballed it twice, drilled once, and there you go. Perfect. That's all you need to do. Eyeball twice, drill once, or cut once, whatever. That's how you get shit done. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it. This thing was just letting the smoke out. It was not having a time. Oh, smell it. You can see the spark. Oh yeah. Oh, there you guys go. Now that I'm not impressed with, because this drill has actually done very little work for it to be blown up. At least I didn't pay for it. It was given to me for Christmas gift. But oh yeah, to be letting the smoke out like that already is very very disappointing. It's not even working that hard. Like, I've been taking breaks in between drilling these little holes. Things are screaming hot. It's not like it's thick. That thing there is not good quality. I don't like that. That is very disappointing. Gotta buy Milwaukee. I'm having the time now. Quit altogether on me. Battery's flashing bright saying, hey, she's hard. I'll grab another battery so you can't bag on it anymore. It's screwed anyways. Freaking junk. New battery. You just hear it. It's like wellness. Oh yeah, look at the smoke coming out of it. Oh, there we go. You can hear it. Hear it sizzling? That's junk. Like, you guys can even see that thing's still in good shape. It's just burnt right out. Like, and everything I have, I'm like fairly hard on. But this thing has seen very little use. Very little, when I say it, like very little. And I think it's very disappointing. Oh. I got 12 volt Milwaukee's gonna finish the job, I guess. I'll have to buy a new drill. Bigger one. This one's just not quite big. Actually, this one gives her all the way, so maybe I'll just go until this one blows up. Because this one does give her all the way, so. Ramps on. I just really greasy notch that out. And I put the finest of turnbuckles on. Those ratchet straps are barely even frayed. But I don't have the right nuts or washers here to bolt it down tonight, so we'll bolt it down later. And I'm going to turnbuckle it actually to go down some pretty rowdy roads, but it's everywhere. We're in uncovered Honda now, and we're going to see how it works. Hopefully it doesn't collapse and break. So I'll get back to you when I get this thing out. Absolutely everything in life. So personally, it took a lot of work for me to actually make this quad start like that, surprisingly. Even though this is Honda, but I have bad luck with everything. Great mint. I could always add a little bit stronger steel there, but it wasn't too bad because it is pretty loose in here. I watched the video back. It looked okay, but I could put a better fitting piece of steel in there. But there she is finally. This has been a long time coming. So thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned. There'll be a lot more coming up soon.